There is rain in the area, but we've been given the go-ahead to get this one started. Tonight we wrap up this brief two-game series between the Elite and the Braves. Ronaldo Lopez will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, Matt, it's not easy to bunch anything together against this guy. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of under 1.10. So we may see some hit and run, we may see some bunting, and we may see some running, because if you want to lay around and try to get hits off this guy, that's not the right thing to do. One of the top pitchers in the game right now.
And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. And he enters play today, currently 5th in the American League in hitting. Guys, we take a look at the home 9 as they take the field tonight. They're on a great run of late as they come in winners of 7 of their last 9 games.
Yeah, Matty V, it was a low-scoring affair. Good pitchers duel, good defense in the first game, but the home team's able to scratch it out, and they're looking for a 2-game sweep, Dan.
You know, Dero, it's never easy to sweep in any league, but boy, in a 2-game set like this, you win a nail-biter in the first one, you have to start thinking being greedy and win this one and get out of here with a clean sweep.
Breaking ball, and he gets him to chase it in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Acuna is retired, and there's one away. Now batting, Tyler Freeman, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball. In there, and it's even at 1.
Nice adjustment out on the mound. Overthrew the first one a little bit, but got on top and let that ball rip right out in front of him.
Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
Great job on those last 2 pitches of varying speeds. Gave him a hard fastball, and then he locked him up with a changeup.
And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2. Count remains full. And we're just underway from Truist Park. Softly hit to the left side. And this will be taken in by the third baseman for the second out. Time now to give you a look at the batting order for the visiting squad. Mark DeRosa, what's the key in avoiding the sweep?
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Kirilloff is under it, and he makes the catch for out number 3. Davy Garcia is on the mound for Game 2. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're looking at a guy that knows how to pitch. Last year, his ERA was just under 3.5 for the season, and I would imagine going into the offseason, he's looking to better that, and hopefully he gets off to a good start. And we'll see if that starts in this one today.
Now at the plate, Scott Kingery. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Here's the pitch.
No, that's down.
Well, you take a look at our visiting club as they take the field tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they've been in a real good groove lately. Victorious in 7 of their last 9.
Yeah, Matty, this team finds itself with a huge lead, double digits right now, and climbing, playing really good baseball. Some people will say, oh, you don't want to have that big a lead. You start resting on your laurels. I look at it the other way, man. You've earned the right to kind of get some guys off their feet if the manager wants to. There's a lot of different ways you can go about it. This team's focused and playing really good baseball. I would not worry about it. Keep pushing the throttle.
A chance now to take a look at how the home team lines up in this one. What's the key for a home victory tonight, Dero?
Yeah, Matty, what I want you to focus on is the fact that this team does not like to run. Very station to station. It's going to take a couple of hits to score runs with this offense. They swing the bats well, but they don't put any pressure on the defense as far as base running.
And he popped him up back into foul territory behind first, and no one will track it down. Hit sharply on the ground. He's got it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting third, the second baseman, Mike Moustakas.
Striding in, Mike Moustakas, currently 9th in the NL in hitting, entering play.
Boy, this is a really good hitter, but he's desperately been struggling recently at the plate. His average is still good, but it's dropping fast. He needs a quick turnaround.
And that misses for ball 1. Even 1-1 count to Moustakas. Moustakas, or just Moose for short. He was taken in the 6th round during the 2000. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that's going to wind up hooking just a bit foul, so a missed opportunity there. And he fouls this one off.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
2-2 now with 2 gone here in the home half of the first.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. Second inning coming up, and Heidi Watney has an update for us on the weather forecast.
Well, Matt, it's fairly dry down here right now, but I am told there's a bigger threat of rain later in the game. It's not entirely clear how severe it's going to get, but we could be facing a weather delay if the storm front passes over the ballpark. For now, let's hope for the best.
Yeah, Heidi, thank you. And guys, certainly having a fresh bullpen ready for a game like this one will be an important step towards victory.
No doubt, Matty. And there's rain on the horizon. You want to get depth. You want to score early as an offense, get some depth and some length out of your starting pitching, and hand it over to that fresh bullpen.
They haven't played perfectly as it's hit on the ground. Throw to first will be in time, and there's 1 gone here to start the second.
All right, here's how the home side's lining up defensively. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Juan Soto comes on with 1 away as he looks at a ball. It's 1-0. And that's too high, ball 2.
Well, this is a spot you'd like to be in. 2-0, good hitter. He's going to turn it loose right here.
Base hit into right center. So it's a 1-out base knock for him here in the second. Good time to check out the league leaders in hits. And as you can see, he currently ranks 2nd in the AL in that department. Into the box, Torres. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race, entering play.
This guy's having a really good year for his age, but this is something we've seen a lot lately. Young players coming up and impacting a lineup.
No balls and a strike to count. And it's 1-1. And he lays off the breaking ball there as he moves ahead to 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
3-1 to him now. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. And a full count now, 3-2. And he lays off here. A nice job. It's ball 4. 1st and 2nd now with 1 away.
And you can tell by his body language that he's beyond frustrated by that call. He's got to be wondering what he's got to do, but the last thing he needs to do is to let it get under his skin. That will only make things worse.
Striding into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr., one of the better hitters in the league this year, currently 7th in the American League in hitting. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Awesome execution right there. Great pitcher's pitch and an excellent job to get ahead in a tough spot.
Ready with the 0-1 pitch. Hit on the ground to short. Kingery's there. The second for one. Relay to Belt. They get two, and that'll end the inning. So here's the cleanup hitter, Miguel Sano. Power a big part of his game as he enters this contest, number 5 in the National League home run race.
This guy's right in the prime of his career right now. The power bat speaks for itself. One of the more dangerous hitters in the game of baseball.
And he'll start him with a slider that's taken down and away for ball 1. 2 balls and no strikes to Miguel Sano.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
The 2-1. Squared that one up just a little late. The 2-2. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2. Alex Kirilloff is on deck. This is on the ground over to first. Reined in. And an off-balance throw is in time as he takes one away. Wow.
Okay, here's a defense for the away team. And surprisingly today, the best arm resides out in center field. This guy's known for his range. We get it. He can go gap to gap. He's got an accurate arm. But I'll tell you what, you won't see many guys trying to take the extra base on him. He has got an absolute cannon out there.
In now, Alex Kirilloff. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He'll start play with that average down in the low 230s. 7 homers, 26 RBIs. Swing and a liner. There's a breaking ball that couldn't quite catch the inside.
Hey, the fish ain't biting there on that 0-2 breaking ball, but you got to be careful because this pitcher might throw him another one.
And he got him.
Well, there's the great equalizer, the changeup, El Cambio. Listen, if you can keep that pitch in your back pocket and pull it out when you need it, like he did right there, usually hitters, they don't stand a chance.
And here's the switch-hitting catcher, Yasmani Grandal. Oh, and here's a drive. Well hit out to straightaway center. Oh, and he misses it. Now this will rattle up against the wall.
Batting 7. The left fielder,
Jurickson Profar digs in next. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He'll enter play here with an average just over 250. 4 home runs and 28 RBIs. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And nothing will come of the 2-out double as the inning is over. Stepping up now, Joey Bart, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one. He's ready. Here's the first offering.
0-1.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Checks his swing, but this will be strike 2 call. And oh, he can't get out of the way of that one, so the leadoff man will be on to open the frame.
Well, no one really likes getting punked by a pitch, but as long as it doesn't do too much damage, most guys will take it any day. A free pass can be a big deal if the guys behind you can make it hurt for the pitcher.
Bart gets his lead at first, nobody out. Trying to bunt here, but this winds up hitting him. And they're going to say that he went after it. A strange strike, too. Count remains at 0-2. From the belt, the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
That was some nice execution on that pitch. Spotted it nicely down around the bottom of the zone. And when you do that, especially with 2 strikes, not a lot of guys are going to hurt you. You're going to get a lot of ground balls and swings and misses down there.
Ronald Acuna will stand in for a second time here as he swings and misses there. It's 0-1. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. Up and in, and this one sends him to the ground. It's ball 2. 3rd inning, no score to this point. At the knees for a called strike, and it's back to even at 2-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. He takes strike 3 called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are 2 away.
That's his second strikeout of the game. I wouldn't be surprised if a coach finds him in the dugout and gives him a little talk about shortening up and putting the ball in play. Good things tend to happen when you do that in these kinds of conditions.
Into the box now. Tyler Freeman takes this the other way to right. In there, a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
The right fielder, number 18, Mitch Haniger.
Stepping in now is Mitch Haniger. Yes, he'll take a look at ball 1. And a slider's in the dirt as he lays off it for a ball.
Great chance right here as a hitter to be really aggressive. With 2 guys already on, pretty good shot. He's going to get a challenge pitch right here.
In there, 2-1.
You know, Matty, I'll never understand this. You work so hard throughout the course of the season and course of this game to get in 1-0, 2-0, 3-1 counts. Guarantee yourself a fastball 80 to 90% of the time, and he takes it. Just can't understand the methodology there.
Line drive to left. Therefore, it is Profar, and Jurickson has it to retire the side. Stepping in, Lewis Brinson. He'll look to get something going here in this scoreless ball game.
Lewis Brinson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1. Counts even at 1-1 to Lewis Brinson.
That one looked like it could easily have gone the other way. There's a big difference between 0-2 and 1-1, but now this next pitch probably becomes the biggest of the at-bat.
Changeup called strike 3 as he rolls his eyes at the call. 1 away.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Now the pitch. In there, no balls and a strike.
Not the ideal location for a changeup up in the zone, but he got away with it.
In there, and it's 0-2 now.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And a wave and a miss on a ball that was way out of the strike zone. There are 2 away now.
Well, you know, AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
And in steps Scott Kingery. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball. The windup and the 0-1. Swung on and hit deep to left center. This one has a chance. Gone! So solo shot here to left center field. Number 14 on the season. As they get on the board first, it's 1-0.
Wow, you don't see this very often. There aren't very many pitchers that are good hitters, and sometimes you take a pitcher for granted. You just want to lay one in there. Mistake, because this guy just took him deep.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt.
As he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory.
Really starting to pour now, and the forecast is not showing any signs of a break in the weather.
Total agreement, Matt, in particular that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Misses, ball 2. Nearly got the inside, but ruled the ball.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Froze him for strike 3, and that retires the side. So only 1 hit in the inning on the solo shot, but it's enough to push him out in front. 3 innings complete. Atlanta is out in front here, 1-0. So here's Pete Alonso. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch.
Outside.
The 1-0. Hit hard back up the middle. Fielded by Moustakas. And the off-balance throw beats him at first, and that's a tough play. So 1 away here with the bases empty, and that'll bring up the dynamic bat of Juan Soto. Hit fairly well out towards straightaway center. Brinson is there, 2 gone. So with the fly out there coming on the fastball, seems like an appropriate time to check out our pitch speed comparison for these 2 starters. And boy, you can see it there. A couple of power arms out there as both of these guys are working in the high 90s. And that'll bring up Gleyber Torres. He drew a base on balls his first time up. Here's the pitch.
Ball 1. Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0. It's a swinging strike, a little late on the fastball that time. Torres is really a well-balanced hitter. That doesn't seem to matter whether he's facing a right-hander or a lefty. He makes a lot of loud contact either way, which is quite rare in today's game.
Yeah, you can tell this guy really pays attention, puts time in the cage, studies the video, seems to always have a game plan, and is not off balance too much.
And he jumps on this one. It's high and deep to center. Brinson has to retreat to the track, but he has it to retire the side. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. Striding in once again, Mike Moustakas. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. No balls and 1 strike. Bouncer to the left side, scooped up, and the throw on to first will take care of him. So he's thrown out by the only man standing on the left side of the infield. 1 away. Digging in for his second at bat, Miguel Sano. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. Lined into right, a base hit.
Dan, after that base hit, he's extended his hit streak to 9 games, and you know he wants double digits.
Oh, there's no question about it. Listen, anybody can get a 9-game hitting streak, but when you call your buddies or send out a text message and say, hey, I'm about in double digits, so 9 games is nothing to sneeze at, but he'd love to get it to 10.
Hit back up the middle. He's got it. Torres hit the bag. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. Leading off the inning, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up. In there at the letters 0-1. Liner in there for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Hey guys, he's lucky he's getting this baseball back. He hung that middle of the plate. The batter's eyes lit up and he was able to put good wood on it.
So up steps Joey Bart now. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball one. Yeah, the rain starting to intensify here. It's coming down a little heavier now. We'll see how much longer the umpires can wait.
Yeah, Matt, right now this doesn't look too good. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see the umpires come out and bring the ground crew out here. The infield around the mound and around the home plate area is really getting soaking wet, and I can't anticipate this going on very much longer.
Now the 2-1 pitch. On the line, that's a base hit into left field.
Now batting, the pitcher, Davey Garcia.
Stepping in now, Davey Garcia. He swings and grounds it to short. One there on the belt, but it won't be in time as they just settle for one. So they avoid what could have been a costly double play there.
Yeah, Met, credit the batter for busting out of the box and hustling down the line instead of getting mad at himself for rolling over on a ground ball. It's little things like that that can change the whole game.
So stepping in, Ronald Acuna, as he's got a chance to tie this ball game up with that equalizing run just 90 feet away at third. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Well, this is hauled in by the second baseman. Ready once again, Tyler Freeman, and their runners at the corners now. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery.
Hey, this isn't exactly the way you'd like to draw it up. Not throwing a lot of first pitch strikes, but the bottom line is he's getting outs.
Breaking ball below the zone. That's ball one. Popped up, but this will land untouched.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Lays off 2-2 now.
Looked like he just tried to do too much with that fastball right there. He overthrew it a little bit. That's pretty much the case.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. Bottom of the inning now, trying to pick things up where he left off. Yasmani Grandal, 1 for 1 as he reached base with a double his first time up.
Yeah, he jumped all over that first pitch last time up. Interested to see if he has the same approach this AB.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Soto arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first out.
The left fielder, number 11, Jurickson. Profar.
So the base is empty here with one away, and Jurickson Profar will be the next to bat. Now here's the pitch.
Nope.
Fouled away. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. Hits are now even at 4 apiece. And that's going to be high 2-2 now. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. Now the 3-2 pitch. It's the top of the zone. He struck him out looking.
I always like watching pitchers that attack with their fastballs until there's a reason to start mixing it up. He hasn't needed many of his secondary pitches so far in this one, and there was another good fastball for a strikeout there.
And that'll bring in the multi-dimensional Lewis Brinson, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2.
Hey, this guy's got to be pretty proud of what he's done so far. It's never easy to pitch on the road, but to have this kind of outing in a ballpark that is notoriously known as being hitter friendly, it's been a treat to watch.
Ball 2.
He started this guy backwards, couple of off-speed pitches early, followed by back-to-back heaters. He can go either way he wants to go right now.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Both teams battling the elements thus far, but we've got a tight game through 5. The three of us return with more Wednesday Night Baseball after this. Top half of the 6th about to get started. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mitch Haniger. 0 for 2 for him to this point. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
I know it's cliche and it's tired at times, but a well-located fastball down at the knees is still the best pitch in the game.
And he misses with it. 1-1.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
And this one's up around the eyes. 2-1.
Hey, if you're going to throw a pitch like that to this guy, that's right where you want to miss. Any lower, and he'll probably make you pay for it.
Liner towards second, and that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
You grind to get count leverage every time you step to the plate, and the hitter took full advantage. Good looking swing right there for the base knock.
Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso.
And a swing from him yields a foul pop out of play to the right.
He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. A runner at first with no outs here. Ripped down the line. And he tries for the backhand reach at third, but he gets by the glove down the line.
Yeah, Matt, back-to-back base knocks right off the bat here. As we take a look at the numbers, you see they aren't that bad, but he's definitely got into a no-out jam here. We'll see if he can get out of it.
Juan Soto to the plate now. Hit in the air to center field.
Waiting on it is Brinson.
Looks it into his glove, and there's one gone. So striding in, Torres, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Well below the knees, laid off on the changeup there.
Hey, he threw that pitch with a purpose to get a double play. Good job to let it go by, though, as a hitter.
And that misses. 2-1. Fastball well outside.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And he misses with that one. Ball 4, and that's going to load the bases now with still only 1 away.
As the pitching coach heads out to the mound, I think this is probably just a case of giving your guy a chance to catch his breath, pump him up a little bit, let him know that he's got it under control.
Digging in once again, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. And guys, this is clearly one of the bigger at-bats of the ball game so far.
Yeah, Matt, bases loaded. They're looking to finally get that clutch hit that's kind of been elusive all day. They've had some hits, but they just haven't hit when it mattered.
In there at the knees, strike one. Bases are loaded with only one out. In there, and he's ahead 0-2 now.
Obviously a huge situation in the game here, but at the plate he's got to keep it simple. He can't try to do too much.
Pitch in the dirt, and that scoots right on by. And would you believe the tying run comes in to score on a wild pitch? Man, oh man.
Wow, the pitcher has no one to blame but himself. Man on third, he just uncorks one. The runner alertly takes off immediately and gets their first run of the game just handed to him on a silver platter.
Second and third here, one man out. In the dirt, but swung on and missed. Grandal has it. Crow goes to third. The tag, and they got him coming back to third. Into the box now, Joey Bart. He singled his last time up.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. The set and the 1-0.
Got to find a way to execute either a good fastball down the way or flip something off speed for a strike. You cannot miss over the heart of the plate in these situations. The hitter is on high alert.
And this one's over at the knees, 2-1. Swinging a ground ball to third. And it's not in time as he's in well ahead of the throw.
You know, D-Rose, sometimes one of your best friends are your own teammates right there. Good hustle from first base to beat that throw to second, and guess what? He bought his battery, made a knock.
Yeah, he definitely bought him a knock. You know what else he's going to buy him? He's going to buy him dinner on the road at some point, because that's some significant hustle right there. It was a nice play. The internal clock of the defender thought he still had a chance at second. Wasn't meant to be.
Davy Garcia is at the plate, and he checks his swing for ball one. There's a fastball right down Broadway, taken for a strike. And he popped him up. Back into foul territory behind first, but this will land untouched. From the stretch, the 1-2. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
I don't know if that was discipline or whether he's just not swinging the bat at all, but hey, at least he's making
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. So 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 3 men left stranded. 9-1-2 scheduled to hit in the home half of the 6th, all tied at 1-1. Tucker Barnhart is going to come off the bench as he'll be asked to lead off the bottom of inning number 6. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
That's what we refer to in the biz as a hanger right there. He's lucky he's getting his baseball back.
You just sensed it was coming with the heaviness of the rain, and all the radar maps that we're seeing online lead us to believe this will be at least an hour.
Matt, this has the makings of we're going to see 2 different pitchers come out after this delay. The conditions are bad. It looks like this rain is going to be around for a while. I'd be a bit surprised if either of these pitchers come back out.
And welcome back inside the ballpark as the weather has finally cleared up. Andres Munoz comes on as the new pitcher following the lengthy delay, and it looks like he's just about ready to go. Scott Kingery will be the first to stand in against the new pitcher, as he'll do so with a runner at first and nobody out. And that's in there for strike 1. Here's one that misses high. It's 1-1. This is popped up. Munoz is under it. 1 away.
The first baseman, number 12, Brandon.
Ready for another chance? Brandon Belt 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Fouled off. Here's the 0-1. Munoz is a guy known for his lights-out stuff. He tends to rack up strikeout numbers at a very high rate. However, he does at times get wild. Walks have come back to bite him on more than one occasion.
You know, it's not uncommon, Matty V, for a relief pitcher to come in with really good stuff. And it seems like he's either really hit and miss. He'll rack up a lot of strikeouts, but if he's not quite on, he'll also rack up a lot of base on balls. And that can cause a pitching coach and a manager to really start to pull their hair out.
Count even at 2-2. Full count, 3-2.
Not a bad time right here to put that runner in motion. 3-2 count. You send the runner, and if it's a bad pitch, it's ball 4.
And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. Working for the punch-out and the offering. Ground ball right side. And there's his first base hit in this one. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
You know, as a former infielder, Danny, they always say you can't be in 2 places at once, but you got to be a little frustrated right here that ball found the hole.
Yeah, that's a tough thing. You make a quality pitch and a guy shoots one through the right side, normally a vacated spot right there. 9 out of 10 times somebody's there to make that play. Unfortunately not, and now we've got a couple of guys on.
He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far, and it's fouled away. Popped up. Freeman is calling for it, makes the play, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting, third baseman.
Big spot here. First and second, 2 men gone, and the next to bat will be the big third baseman, Miguel Sano. 1 ball, no strikes to count. Fastball, and that thing's a blur up there, folks. 1-1. Hit in the air to shallow center. Coming in is Haniger. But the second baseman calls him off and makes the catch. And the inning is over. Michael Lorenzen is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7. Seventh inning ready to roll. Acuna digs in now. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Third baseman in tight, protecting the bunt, the first pitch.
1-0.
Lorenzen, 28 years old. He was a 9th-round pick during the 2020 draft.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
2-1. 2-2. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Another 2-2 offering.
Count is 3-2.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford to start giving away free passes.
Swing and a liner toward the gap in left center. Profar arranged to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the first down.
I know they say sometimes that these things even out, but that was a bullet line drive that gets caught. He would have represented the go-ahead run.
Ready for another shot now. Tyler Freeman. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. In tied at 93, ball 1. Swing, high drive, left field and deep. A ball that's carrying. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Now at the plate, Mitch Haniger. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. 2 out, nobody on. Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And this is going to get down for what should be extra bases. And there's your potential go-ahead run. And your go-ahead run is in there at second base as he's got himself a two-out double.
Well, he was definitely struggling coming into this one, but I think we could say that cold streak is officially over. That's his second hit of the game, and it goes for extra bases. We'll see now if this game proves to be a huge turning point for him.
Standing in now, Pete Alonso. As the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball one. He steps in off a base hit in his last at-bat. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Go-ahead runs in. Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this will hop over the wall, but the run will score.
Dan, you'll take RBIs any way you can get them, but when they give your team the lead in the late innings, man, that feels good.
Oh, it especially does, especially when you start to score runs late in the game off of quality pitching. When runs are at a premium, that's one makes you feel really good about yourself.
Here now is Juan Soto. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. It was a fly out for him in his last trip. Two balls and no strikes.
Hey, the bullpen needs to step up in this situation. I gotta believe the manager was hoping for way more than this.
Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire.
Sometimes you can get away with a pitch in that location when you're running it up there that hard, but not consistently. You still have to work the edges of the zone most of the time.
3-1. Torres would be next if they can keep this inning alive. That's in there, and it'll run the count to full 3-2.
You know he wants to end this inning right here on 3-2, but I don't think we'll see him lay one in on the next pitch there with a base open to work with.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Now a cut fastball, and this is over but low. It's ball four. Digging in, Torres. Fourth trip to the plate for him, and he's at risk of ending that nice hitting streak that he's put together.
Yeah, chances are it's on his mind, Matt, but you just have to let that get out of the way as best you can. You have to approach this at bat just like any other. Otherwise, you're just getting in your own way.
Here's the 1-0.
His pitch count is getting up there in the inning now. He needs to get this frame over with sooner than later, so forcing contact and getting the defense involved is probably the best thing he can do.
Takes this the other way to right. Kirilloff is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Get up and stretch. Home half of the seventh coming up. Las Vegas leads it 2-1. Josh Hader gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home seventh.
Now pitching, Josh Hader.
Here's the first pitch to him. Popped him up. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number one.
Now batting, the catcher, Yasmani Grandal.
At the plate, Yasmani Grandal. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Here's a slider that's inside, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. We're in the seventh inning now of a pitcher's duel. 2-1 our score. And this ball runs away for ball two. 2-1. Grandal with a 3-1 count now. On deck, there's Jurickson Profar. Grounded to third. Throw on to first, two gone.
Well executed two-seamer on the outside corner that time, and that's what you'll get a lot of with that pitch. He rolled right over it.
Here's Jurickson Profar. He was punched out looking at strike three last time through.
Yeah, Matty, and hopefully he got it out of his system. Especially now, he's got to bear down. He gets the 2 strikes in this spot. has to put the ball in play.
Hit in the air to shallow center. Acuna coming in. He gets there to make the catch, and that ends the inning. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Jimmy Cordero will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7th spot in the lineup following the double switch. Byron Buxton is into the ball game as well, as he'll slide into the pitcher's spot, hitting 9th now on the double switch. Stepping into the box, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
1-0.
Hit out towards second. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. Throw on to first in time, so the leadoff man is set down to open up inning number 8.
Well, if you're going to bobble a ball, you have to hope it's when a guy is lumbering down the base pass. He's no speedster, so that was a good job to stay calm and make the recovery throw.
Ready now, Joey Bart. Couple of singles to his credit thus far. With too much tilt on that breaking ball as it misses low. Right-hander starts to loosen out in the bullpen now. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that'll find its way into center field for a 1-out hit.
Well, Dan, the sun goes down and this guy lights up right here. That's his 3rd knock of the night.
I talked about having a good night. 3 hits, and hey, he might have another at bat or 2 before this one ends.
Yordan Alvarez will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
Yordan Alvarez.
And he'll start in with a fastball that misses down and away for a ball. 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Outside and low, 3-0. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. That one's in there. 3-1.
Great job by the pitcher right there, changing eye levels. We all know he's a sinker ball pitcher, but if he could throw some 4-seamers up in the zone like that, it could work for him.
And he lays off ball 4, so he comes right off the bench and works the walk. Usually easier said than done.
He's going to be pretty upset with himself about that 3-2 pitch. All you want to do in that count is make a competitive pitch, but that one wasn't even sniffing the zone, and he let him get away.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Stepping in, Ronald Acuna. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. From the belt, the pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. And that's through into right field for a base hit. He'll come home with it. Oh, but it's offline, so the run will score.
Boy, that's a big RBI right there to give this team a 2-run cushion going into the late innings. And it always makes it easier on the opposing pitcher to know they have a 2-run lead.
Yeah, Leo Mazzoni always used to say, old pitching coach for the Atlanta Braves, solos won't kill us, guys. And he's absolutely right. You give yourself a 2-run lead, a solo homer's not gonna do too much damage.
To the plate now, Tyler Freeman, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1.
Looked like he was cheating a heater right there, a little bit too far out in front. Got to find a way to keep his hands back.
Down low, 2 balls and a strike. There's a fastball on the inner third taken for a strike.
Hey, now he's got me confused up here. This is a known sinker baller out on the mound trying to roll a double play, and he throws him a four-seamer.
Got him.
It's never a good look to strike out looking, but it's way worse when you do it with a guy in scoring position. Those are the times you really want to see a guy battle and at least put the ball in play.
Mitch Haniger the next to bat.
And on the first pitch, he grounds foul.
Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
2 down, runners at first and second.
That's ball.
1-1 pitch and a good sinker there, but he can't find the zone. 2-1.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 2-2. So a full count now.
For the guy on the mound, this is one of those innings where nothing comes easy. He's thrown a bunch of pitches, and this AB hasn't been any different.
Got him looking, and that'll do it. The inning is over. So 1 run here on 2 base hits. No. Ryan Stanek is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Ryan Stanek.
At the plate, Lewis Brinson. Lifetime versus this pitcher. Not a big sample size, 0 for 1.
The center fielder.
Here comes the first pitch. In there for strike 1. Stanek has registered more than 80 innings of work, and he's averaged exactly 1 base runner allowed over those innings. That's a 1.00 whip.
Your idea of working the count goes out the window. You're frustrated right now, down 0-2. Gotta find a way to grind.
Stanek, 28 years old. He's in his 4th season as a major league player. The 0-2 once more. Gets him looking. Strike 3.
It's been a rough night at the yard for him. That's 3 times he's gone down on strikes in this one. So they've really figured out how to attack this guy.
Here's Byron Buxton now, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. And he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
You can't go after that pitch with less than 2 strikes on you. There's no way you're going to do any damage with a ball executed down and away in the zone.
And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now.
The batter number 4.
Digging in now, Scott Kingery. Only 4 outs remaining for them to try and rally back in this one. 1-0 the count. 8th inning of this low-scoring affair. 3-1 our score. Ball 2 now.
I don't mind him trying to pitch him backwards right there with those 2 early count sliders, but now he finds himself in a situation where he's going to have to come fastball.
Oh, that's a foul ball.
2-1, here it is. Just behind the fastball there. 2 strikes now.
Gotta love a reliever that comes in firing bullets, and his fastball is a good one.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. A bouncer to the left side. Reined in. And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. Hector Neris enters from the pen to start the 9th inning, as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Settling in now, Pete Alonso. He's 2 for 4 in the ballgame.
The first baseman.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Alonso.
The 1-0. Popped him up. Sano over to his right. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning.
The left fielder, number 22.
Now at the plate, Juan Soto. It was a walk in his last trip. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Now a swing and a little bouncer softly hit to the right side of the mound. And there are 2 away now.
Now back, second baseman.
Standing in, Torres. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike one. A ball and 2 strikes.
I think it's about time to choke up on that bat and get that foot down. He's awfully tardy right now.
The 1-2. Still a ball and 2 strikes. 2 out, nobody on. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. Digging in, Brandon Belt. He'll lead things off here as we play the bottom of the ninth. Now time is called, and this might be to buy a little time for that reliever to get loose. Keone Kela enters the game to finish this one off here in the bottom of the ninth. First delivery to him on the way. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike.
Tying run stands on deck, but it'll only matter if the guy in the box can get on base.
Yeah, and that has to be his mentality at the plate right now, Matt. He can't be the hero, so he needs to do what he can to give the guy behind him a chance to be the guy.
The 1-2. Hit sharply on the ground. And Belt is aboard. It's a base hit.
Well, you're usually in this situation looking for a bloop and a blast. He didn't want to bloop it, and he hit a missile, bringing the tying run to the plate. Let's see if they can capitalize.
Standing in, Mike Moustakas, 0 for 3 to this point.
Yeah, not his game so far. He's such a good hitter. We all kind of expect him to pick up 2 or 3 hits most of the time. That's not really how baseball works, though.
Changed up on him and dropped it in for a called strike. Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch.
Count is 1-2. Ball, that's off the plate.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll be off the wall in right center. And he's in safely at third as they also push across his score to make it a 1-run game.
This is why the players make the money they do. Down in the 9th inning, and he blisters this thing, busting his tail around for a triple, and in the process, he cuts the deficit to 1.
And a base hit here, and we're all tied up. We've got a great finish on our hands. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Miguel Sano. And he's got a chance to tie things up here as the equalizer sits just 90 feet away.
Hey, I don't have a problem with him taking a pitch right there. It's a good opportunity to see what he's got. Also a good opportunity to see if he's going to be pounding the strike zone.
Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. A runner in scoring position with none out. Late making contact on that swing, and we'll do it again on 1-2. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. 1 away.
Pretty textbook breaking ball for the punch out right there. Got it to bend a lot, and by the time it got there, it had fallen completely out of the zone. Not much you can do with that pitch.
Into the box, Alex Kirilloff. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. Fouled off. 1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. And he struck him out. And wouldn't this be something if he could work out of this with that 1-run lead still in check? Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Pulled toward right center field. And he'll make the catch to end it as the Elite are going to get out of here with a split in this brief 2-game series as this ball game is over.
Yeah, he does surrender 1 run, so it wasn't a flawless performance. But in this game, you don't have to be perfect. You just have to be good enough to win, and he was.
3-2 the finish in tonight's game. The Elite with their 105th win, best in the division. Andres Munoz earns the victory in relief in this one, his 7th of the year. Keone Kela closes the door for the save, his 26th. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
Fans, our final line score.